Nice. So we're back with another triple training day today, starting out with this hour bike session. Today we have 3 rounds of 2 minutes on, 2 minutes off, 1 minute 30 on, 1 minute 30 off, 1 minute on, 1 minute off, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. So I do that 3 times, and percentages wise I'm working at about 108% of my FTP. So my FTP is 282 at the moment, so I'm working at 305 watts. Looking forward to getting stuck into this. I think it's going to be quite an uncomfortable workout. I got a question the other day on my Instagram and someone saying, how are you managing to train as much as you are? And to be honest with you, I'm just trying my best to facilitate my life to be able to allow me to recover in between all these sessions. So also the intensity of all these sessions aren't the same. It's obviously adjusted throughout the week to make sure that I'm not constantly working really hard. Sometimes it's skills, sometimes it's high intensity, sometimes it's strength training, sometimes it's just low and steady, just building up that aerobic base. So for me, a big thing at the moment is kind of just making sure I'm fueling these workouts as well. So today I've got 60 grams of carbs in here, and then I've also got a 30-gram gel to have a little bit later. So just making sure that I'm getting plenty of fuel in the sessions so I can work as hard as possible. At the end of the day, whether you're in a caloric surplus or caloric deficit, you should be making sure your training window has ample fuel to make sure you can get the most out of these sessions. Now, I'm currently actually sitting in a little bit of deficit because I do want to bring my overall body weight down. So that will mean I will lose some body fat. I mean, I'll also most likely lose a little bit of muscle. But I did have a DEXA scan the other day to see where I was at. And I don't have as much to lose as I thought I did, which is great. But that also means if I want to get to the kind of weight I was expecting to get to, that would come at the cost of some muscle. But the goal is to feed me with plenty of protein, plenty of carbs, ensure I stay nice and full. But the goal is to hopefully reduce my visceral fat, so that's like the fat around your organs and stuff like that, all that internal fat that you don't necessarily see, which one wasn't too low, which was great, but it's definitely something that can still be worked on. And then of course, still lower my overall body fat down as well. But when it comes to these triple training days, I do not really focus on the deficit whatsoever. I just focus on fueling the work that I need to get done. So bike session in the morning, strength session around lunchtime, and then a swimming lesson in the evening. So 3 different energy demands there. This is the most energy intensive. Get it done out the way in the morning. Strength session is nice and social, lifting, ticking some boxes, still trying to hold on to as much muscle as I can as I prep for this Ironman. And then with the swimming lesson, it's just skills and drills. It's just half hour, so maybe do about 15-20 minutes worth of actual swimming. Obviously then you've got rest time included within that half an hour. So it's not too stressful of a day. It's just a lot to actually get done. So I'm gonna get on with this workout now, and I'll catch you at the end. So workout done. That was the 3 rounds of the aerobic intervals. They felt pretty easy, which I guess is the intent of aerobic intervals. Heart rate didn't really go above 150, so it stayed around like the 135 to I'd say 140 to 150 mark. Definitely feel like I'm getting fitter, which is fantastic, which I'd hope so with all the work I'm kind of putting in. Still riding high after yesterday's lactate threshold test results. Hitting that PB 5K, absolutely buzzing with. Didn't think I could run 4 minutes 11 for half hour. That's, yeah, buzzing. And then to PB my 10K at the same time. Not sure how I did that since the first part of that, yesterday's workout was a warm up, but I must have had a relatively slowish 10K logged on Strava. I put this up in one of my old videos and it helped quite a few people, so maybe it might help some more people now. So obviously, as I'm filming as well, I have to turn off the fan. And obviously first thing when I'm on the bike, the room's not exactly hot. So I like to keep a jumper on. I don't really want the fan on. So but I plug it into a smart plug so that when I press the button, it turns on, which is an absolute game changer. So for anyone that does any indoor cycling that hasn't got their fan attached to a smart plug, definitely recommended. Anyway, get myself ready, into the gym. I'll see you there. So in the gym now, down here at Basis, gonna get my lift on. So I'm gonna be doing my normal Monday stuff. I've got my squats, my pressing and my pulling. After my DEXA scan last week, seeing that my hip needs a bit more density, shall we say, I'm gonna put a little bit of extra focus on my strength days into that. So let's get into it. So I just pulled up here for my swimming lesson, so third session of the day, and my body is definitely feeling a little bit tired, not gonna lie. Been a busy day. So in these swimming lessons, one of the main things that I get from it is I get an opportunity for pretty much an uninterrupted lane swim, being able to do a bunch of drills. Because obviously when you're practicing the drills, you swim a lot slower, and I always find when I'm at other pools, in the medium lane I'm too fast, and in the fast lane I'm too slow when I'm doing drills. And yeah, so this is a really nice opportunity every week to just drill and drill and drill those basics and try and get better each week. So really looking forward to this. I missed last week because I was wearing that heart rate monitor, so back this week ready to have a solid session. Nice. So a really good swimming lesson, practicing a few of the drills, mainly trying to be buoyant during the front crawl, because at the moment there's a lot of sinking when I swim. So working a lot on hand position, getting my both hands forward and trying to just breathe out through there. Really hard drill, really struggling with that. But that's the whole point of swimming lessons, to work on these weaknesses, so then when you put it all together into the front crawl itself, they really start to tie together, and yeah, you then become a better swimmer. Nice to feel the technique definitely getting there, because I'm starting to do 25 meters easily. Like I did 25 meters with one arm in 24 seconds, and I wasn't going full gas. So it just shows that I'm kind of building a good capacity and relatively streamlined, but we could always be more streamlined. Busy day, busy day. So really happy with that, as I've said many times. Gonna go home now, get some food, and then go to sleep and do it all again tomorrow. So catch you then.